Today's reward takes a surprising twist when Roxanne's best friend Kathy shows up to take Roxanne's place behind the curtain.
So what are you doing here?
Well, it turns out that I was the, there was a challenge today. I was the prize.
First of all, who was it?
Oh, Shelley.
Kathy?
Kathy, do you want to say hi to Shelley for us?
Hi, Shelley. How you doing?
Hi, Kathy. Good to meet you.
You too. So, well, I asked him about that some of the other contestants think that he's a little bit of a showboater.
Well, even I said that. It's so funny.
Oh, really?
I said in his letter, you know, you sound, even because I met him the first time, and I thought he was like a performer, like he was performing instead of connecting with me, and I challenged him on that. So, did you ask him that?
Yeah, and he was totally honest. He said, yeah, at first, he was total showboater.
Absolutely. Put yourself in my position. You know, I come up here, these people, we got cameras in our faces 24 hours a day. We are sequestered, and, you know, we are confined to our quarters with 9 other guys that I've never met before, and we are all alpha males. You know, put 10 studs in the same room, and I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, I mean, I guess I could fade into, but I think I would have taken a shameful gondola ride down and then a long bus ride home had I done that. Absolutely, I was showboating, and absolutely it worked to my advantage, and absolutely I'm still here, and absolutely I'll still be here tomorrow.
He developed his questions thinking he was going to meet you.
Okay.
To you. So when he just asked me what he was going to ask you, and he asked...
Do you think that believes in love at first sight?
Yes.
That I believe in love at first sight.
I think you do. I think you wouldn't admit it, but I think
That I do.
there's a lot of things you don't admit.
You didn't say that, did you?
No.
Shelley, a week away, New York City or Hawaii?
That's...
With Roxanne.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me. You know, I love New York City. New York is probably one of my favorite places to be. I've never been to Hawaii, but this time of year, Hawaii would be pretty nice. New York's kind of dirty right now. I've been there at Christmas. It's dirty and grungy, and you don't really get out and enjoy the sights. So I would say New York in June, Hawaii in December.
Oh, I get 2 trips out of it.
Yes,
right on, my kind of guy. That's great. Did she ask you anything else?
Yes.
I know there's something. What?
So she asked me, if you spent at your boyfriend's house and you didn't have a toothbrush, what would you do? She's gonna kill me for saying this, because she would hate anyone to know it. She would use his.
She would use his?
Yeah, sneak in there and use it and probably dry it off a bit.
Shelley's smiling. I think he's all right with that, are you?
Because you would.
I wouldn't really care, though. I'd just use it and be like, whatever.
Timing the win for this challenge today was invaluable to me. I think that that's going to really make a big deal, because now Kathy's going to go back and hopefully reinforce Roxanne's opinion of me and help her to decide what order she sends the other guys home in.
She said an interesting thing. He sounds handsome, she said. And she said that he sounds like, because I was always concerned with him about the whole like showboat thing, and she said, yeah, that's what he sounds like, and she said that that's you, that that's what you always go for, so, and she's right.
Gentlemen, this morning you had a little taste of what it was like to experience the physical side of being a cowboy. Now it's time to tap into the philosophical side. So we've invited cowboy poet Mike Pahalo to give you a few tips on cowboy poetry. Mike Pahalo is an award-winning cowboy poet who is also a true blue cowboy. When he's not running his ranch in Kamloops, British Columbia, Pahalo is performing around the world and sharing about the cowboy way.
There isn't a society on earth that hasn't used some form of rhythmic, rhyming poetry to carry forward their legends and stories. It reaches back farther than written language by many thousands of years. If you look at some of the societies that contributed to society in North America, the Scots, the Irish, that Celtic tradition of oral storytelling is a big part of cowboy poetry. Because good rhyming poetry has to have depth, substance. You can't just hang empty phrases in the air and expect it to work. Rhyming put together 3 English classes at my old high school. And I spent about an hour and a half talking about poetry and poetics and, structure and form and all the various elements that go into writing poetry. And right at the end, one little girl asked me what was the very most important thing with poetry, and I said, as in all art forms, it's emotion. If you can honestly portray your emotion, then you're doing your job as an artist, as a poet. So if I had left it right there, I'd probably made a clean getaway, but I went on to say that I really don't give a damn about structure. I don't care where you can spell. All that other stuff is secondary. I mean, what matters is getting the emotion out in your words. Well, the one young English teacher went up and down me, one side of me and down the other right afterwards, because she said, you can't tell kids that form and structure doesn't matter. What do you think we teach here? So this is a little poem I wrote for that English teacher. As a scientific dissection mars the beauty of a rose, so does your English lesson rend asunder simple prose. Poetry is passion. If you teach it, do it right, lest you douse poor Dylan's candle and dim fair Juliet's light.
So your writing assignment now, suitors, is to write a poem on the theme of friendship in the cowboy poetry style. So that's rhyming. Good luck.
You lock 10 guys in a room, the cream rose to the top, obviously, but we all ended up loving each other. And I mean seriously loving each other.
It's going to be a tough decision because I don't see how much more we conveyed about ourselves this message with this topic. I don't know how much more she's going to get out of it.
I was nervous. I've never, since I've been here, been that nervous.